I get night of Shabbos, Shabbos Vayikra. Vayikra is a very powerful parsha. It's where the Eibishter calls Moshe. Vayikra, he called him Lashon Chibah, says Rashi. This is very big. And as we go into the consciousness of Chassidus, we know that it's happening. There's no Hoya, there's no there's only Hoya. So it's happening right now. We just have to tap into it. We have to stop running ahead. We have to stop, we have to slow down. Step into ourselves, let it click. Rain it in, rain in the behemoth, rain in the nefesh of Bahamas. It just wants to run. So once you rein him in, once it clicks, then it's gonna start going upward. It's gonna be Lashem. Now it's Shaloi Lashem Hema. We want to get Lashem. We know how to do Shaloi Lashem also because we walked the Midbar. And the Midbar was Midbar Shamama. It was Vist, it was pissed, it was empty, it was nothing there. It represented Toyu Avelt, nothing. But yet we walked it for 40 years, so we trained our minds how to go, even when we're in Shaloi Lashem, we're in a strange place, strange consciousness, under strange leadership. We know how to operate and how to maneuver because we walked in the Midbar. So what happened is that Vayikra is with a little aleph. Vayikra has a small aleph. So it goes around what's with a small aleph. So the Rebbe tells us that the Rebbe says that Moshe couldn't come into the Mishkan because the Onan, I'm sorry, I don't have the passing in front of me, I apologize. The Onan didn't let him in, didn't let him go into the Mishkan, he couldn't see. And what happened is that the Eibishter called him. By Har Sinai it says the Eibishter made a shvil. He walked in, but here it says he called him. Lashon Chibah. So what happened is we go back to Parshas Kisisa. In Parshas Kisisa we have Neskasha L'Moshe. The Eibishter told him what the Machzah Shekel is, and Neskasha L'Moshe he couldn't figure it out. So what couldn't he figure out? It's a Machzah Shekel. But really what was happening is that the Eibishter with Machzah Shekel is Esrim Gera, is a halba shekel is a ganze shekel is Esrim Gera, right? The Torah says it out clearly. It's Esrim Gera. What's the Esrim Gera? It's the 10 midas of the man, of us, of Adam, and the 10 midas of Boyer. So the Eibishter tells Moshe Rabbeinu, tell them to bring me 10 of their 10 koiches, and I'll give them my 10 koiches, and we're gonna unite. This is how we're gonna do this. And Moshe Rabbeinu is like, Moshe he talks to Creator. And then he turns back and he's like, how can I do this? How can they nail it? They can't help themselves. So one side is fully committed, he wants to give. The other side is also fully committed, we have no clue how. We are committed. We said Nasiv and Ishma, we're committed. We're in the we said, of course, because we know we're Am Chacham V'Novim. We already had, by the time we got out of Mitzrayim, we already had Das Elyon. We already went through the Pesach. So we knew what to answer. Otherwise, who's the guy do for who's Nasiv and Ishma? But no, but they had Das Elyon. They understood. They had a saga already. We saw it. We knew it. Kiris Yamsev. So it was no. So when Nasiv and Ishma was just to tie us down. That's imprinted Chakika. It's in us. So the Eibishter had to show Moshe how to make the shekel. He showed it to him in fire. That's how you make it. With fire, this is how we connect the two. That's the Beis HaMikdash Shel Eish, that's the third Beis HaMikdash. That's the Beis HaMikdash of fire and the third Beis HaMikdash. Now, fast forward in the Parshas Vayikra, once again, the Eibishter calls Moshe. And he's like, I see where you want to take us, Klal Yisrael, but I can't find you. How am I going to see you? It says that the Anan was choshech, it was makef, ma'ekef, it was taking around, makifim. Took around the Mishkan, so there was, Chassidus explains, so in other words, there is walls, so we can see it. So they create some sort of a backboard. So Moshe goes, the Eibishter, so Moshe comes into the, and he can't connect. He's like, how do I take this back? How do we take this Am Yisrael? How do we take Klal Yisrael to this? So the Eibishter calls him Vayikra, the small Aleph. It's Aleph Ze'er, it's called. It's called the small Aleph, the tiny Aleph. The tiny Aleph, Mitamol, when he called him with the tiny Aleph from such a, on the bottom, all the way, Achnoah, all the way down, compassion. Then so Moshe felt it within him. He felt it in his stomach. He felt it in his gut. And once he felt it in his gut, he was able to take it back and give birth to Klal Yisrael, to deliver the message. But what we understand from this is that we have to listen to the calling. It's within us. And once we hear the calling, we got to send back. Then we have to call back. We have to reach out. We got the calling. Now you want to reach out to Creator, to it, and call him back. Let him back in. Show him where you are. That's what he wants. He knows where we are, but let's be big about this. He wants you to see him in the crack. So this is how it works. You let in the little aleph. You see something during your day and your week, something as Gacha Prat, something that's a lakus. Everything is a lakus. You can take anything in the lakus. I walk down the stairs. There's a moment there too. There's a moment everywhere. But let's be big. Okay, let's do this the right way. You have a moment, a this, a that, a job, an offer, or a loss or a gain, anything, especially a loss. God forbid, but it's not a loss, but you may see it in that way. Just see the lakus in it. See the little aleph in it. Connect with it. We know it's done. It was done for us already. So it's in our DNA. It's in there. Trust it. And then once you get it, you send it back. That's when we call back. And sometimes it's mimamakim kerasicha Hashem. I call from depth. I'm deep down. I'm like, sheesh, this is far. Like I don't even feel anything. Forget about seeing. I'm completely disconnected. And we call from there. Yeah, but who listens? Yeah, but that's where you are. So he's there too. That's you. He just landed his little aleph right there. In your choshech, he landed the aluf shalom, everything. Okay, so you call from that place, and then once you get the answer, anything is the answer because the answer is immediately. It's that fast. It's that real. The minute you make space for it, boom, it's in there. The minute I have a good thought, it lands. That's already next level. Forget about that. You're changing. But once I hear the little aleph, once I hear it, then call them back, and then you pull back in the oil that way, and then this goes back and forth, right? It's not really a ratzav v'shuv. It's a ratzav v'shuv. Yeah, I like that. I think it's more of a chain just going. Ratzav v'shuv is more long term. This isn't short term. It's fine. We can use that because for lack of better. Oh, right? I receive, I give, and I receive, I receive, and I give. But how do we? So how? This is a way to look. There's the Alter Rebbe. The Alter Rebbe is in Megala this week. That the way to look at it is means that I'm getting la'elis kim to pashpu von oven mit amolach spirapes. It's exciting. I feel amazing. I feel good. I feel like I want to daven. I feel like I had a good davening. I'm having a moment. And then there's a Silas Lasata. I had to go to shul to make it happen, to activate it. I want to have a lichtige Shabbos. I have to go shop. I have to buy my food, and then I have it lights up, right? So that's I put in and I receive. I get taken and I take back. I give and I receive and I give back. But how does that work? That's because wherever I am, I see it. And then we can go into the big aleph, where we spoke about that there's no unikas chetzonim over there because he's a joke. What is he coming with? When you're in such a real conscience. When you're learning Torah's Mashiach in such a real conscience that the other side he can't come with any distraction. Yeah, whatever. Okay. So that's the word. All right. Good Shabbos, and Trying to buy some time to think because I think I may have wanted to share one more thing, but I don't want to come back because that's already baltoisiv, right? That's already not fair. Beseder, all right. I got Shabbos. I think this is as far as we're going to go, and I think it's far enough. So let's all have an amazing Shabbos, an elevated Shabbos. Step in, find a little olive within you, and don't be shy. Send it right back. Send it right back. Good Shabbos.